if we have a pointer which owns an object and then pass that pointer as an argument to a function, then at the function call, there is essentially an assignment from the argument expression to the parameter, and therefore we move the ownership from the argument to the parameter, and therefore we cannot print with s after returning from this function. Okay, so we may want to try the following, namely to return a value from this function, in this case the parameter, and then save that in S and print. It is correct that we can return ownership, but we cannot assign to S twice. Okay, so another option would be to return it to T and then print. This works, but not the most pretty solution. Okay, so what we can do instead is, I'm not sure if this qualifies as being nicer looking, but this works. We can introduce references. So what we do now is to give away this object, but as a read-only object. So we can, here we use 3 parameters just to illustrate that we can give away this multiple times, and the ownership is only temporary, and they are not allowed to modify what the parameter points at. So since we have retained the ownership, we can still use S afterwards. So say that we want to modify the object, then we need to do this. Specify, in addition to this operator, we need to specify that it should be mutable. And now we can add something to this string and print it. And now we can could we have multiple strings referring to the same object? No, of course not. There can only be one that modifies this. So what we are seeing now is the basic knowledge that you need to have about ownership and moving and references and mutable references to objects. And next we will look at threads in Rust.